Hello everyone. So in this video we will be making our power storage. So let me tell you some things about the power storage. So first of all, we will be have two ports, one for the input and one for the output. We also have a variable who represents the max capacity, and we also have a refresh rate. It's similar to the refresh rate in power sources. So imagine if this refresh rate was 5, so every 5 seconds we will check for something. In this case, we will check for the input and the output. So we have a lot of devices connected to our power storage, so we need to calculate all the cost of them. And at the same time, if we have some power source who giving us energy, we will need to make some calculations to find the final amount of power that we are using. So let's go to Unity and start create the power storage. Okay, so first of all, let's go to scripts and create a new script. Let's call this power storage. Okay, first of all, let's inherit from our base script electric unit, and let's delete those and declare some variables. First of all, we need to make port. Let's call this input port. We also need a new port. Call this output port. Also need an integer. We will call this max capacity. We need one more, and we will call this current storage amount. And actually, this will tell us how much our storage is filled. We need one more integer, and we'll call this max output. This represent the output port's max value, and we need a new more one more integer, and we'll call this current output. Okay, we need also a float. We will call this refresh rate. We made this before in the power sources, if you remember. We we declared a refresh rate, and we set it to 5, and we made a coroutine, and every 5 seconds, which is the refresh rate, we are making some progress here, or we are making some process here. Okay, we need actually make the same thing here. So let's create our coroutine. Let's call this refresh coroutine, and here let's, let's say while true. So yield return, sorry, yield return new, wait for seconds, and we will wait for refresh rate. So in this case, let's make it 5 by default. Yes, so every 5 seconds, the code we will write here will be applied. But before we starting to coding right here, we need to make one more thing. I need to make a function that returns integer, and we'll call this get connected devices cost. So maybe a lot of devices will be connected to our power source. So all these devices will have some cost. So we need a function to calculate the cost of all these devices. But right now, we will not be making it totally. Let's only return 0 right now, and we will make it later. So right here, we need to calculate how much power we are getting from the power sources, and we also need to calculate how much power we are using and at the end we should update our current storage amount and the output amount according to that. So first of all, let's see how much power you are using. So use in let's make an integer and call it use energy, and this will be equal actually to the mathf minimum, and this will be between the function we have done created and the current output. And let me explain this. So let's imagine we have a lot of devices connected to our power source, and the total cost is 100. But if our output is 50, actually we are not able to power all these devices. So actually we will only use our output. So we will only use 50. But in case our output is 50 and the cost of devices is 30, we will only use 30. Because of that, we made uh, this variable. So here we will discard this used energy from the current storage. So let's say current storage amount minus equal used energy. We also to need to get the energy from power source if we have. So we will say that the current amount is plus equal input port with value. So now we will make some calculations to make sure that everything is in the range, like the total energy, the output. So the current storage amount will be between 0 and the max capacity. So let's make mathf.clamp. So between 0 and the max capacity. We will make the same to the current output, and this is equal to mathf.minimum, sorry, dot minimum between uh, current storage amount and the max output value. So, here, if our total storage amount is less than our max output, then the current output will be equal to the current storage amount. Either it will be equal to the max output. And last but not least, we need to update our output port. So we will need the output port set value, and we'll set it to the current output. Uh, we should don't forget to call this coroutine in the start. So void start coroutine, and let's say refresh coroutine. Yes. So let's go back to Unity. And let's set our object. So this is our power storage. Let's add our script right here, and let's add the ports. So from prefabs, let's add 2 ports, duplicate it. So let's make this for input maybe, and this is for output. Let's change the name of this. Let's say this input, and this will be output. So let's assign them right here. Let's make the max capacity something like 10,000. Yes. The current storage amount will be changed by the script. The max output, let's make the max output 50. The current output is changed by script. And yes, actually our power storage is done. But we have one more thing actually, because we need to make something connect ports with each other. Because right here we are generating energy with this wind turbine, but we don't have any way to transfer this energy from here to here. So in the next video, we'll be creating the wires, and the wires actually connect ports to each other so we can send energy. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video.